the most mind-bending sci-fi concepts you haven't read. Introduction. Welcome back. Today we are venturing into the corners of science fiction where the lights flicker, the books whisper, and your grip on reality loosens faster than your enthusiasm during a company icebreaker. Most people think they have already encountered the wildest ideas the genre has to offer. They have read a time loop, met a robot with emotional issues, and seen a wormhole slapped into a film like hastily applied wallpaper. But lurking beneath the classics is a deeper world of fiction that twists physics, psychology, and occasionally your digestive system. These are the concepts that challenge everything you assume about the universe. They come from stories that publishers quietly shelved because they knew they could not explain them to marketing. Let us take a look at the science fiction ideas that make your favorite blockbuster look like a training exercise. Reality as a negotiated construct. Some stories treat reality like a poorly maintained rental property. It only works if everyone agrees on how the plumbing should behave. This idea appears in works like Philip K. Dick's Ubik, where reality buckles under the slightest philosophical pressure and the characters just have to pretend this is fine. In these worlds, language, belief, or consensus act like scaffolding. Remove the wrong beam and the whole place collapses. It is unsettling to imagine that reality might depend on the opinions of people who cannot agree on how to pronounce GIF. This concept reminds us that the universe might not be stable. It might be holding together out of sheer politeness. And if that does not make you nervous, check your pulse. Alien intelligences that are not built for your comfort. Most aliens in mainstream media behave like awkward tourists. They shout, posture, or try to negotiate trade agreements that look suspiciously like budget spreadsheets. But the truly interesting ones do not think like us at all. Take Stanislaw Lem's Solaris, where the alien is an entire ocean that reflects your subconscious right back at you. Or Peter Watt's Blind Sight, where the aliens are so advanced they have accidentally evolved past the need for consciousness. These stories remind us that we are not the universe's benchmark for intelligence. We are a curiosity at best, something the cosmos might prod with a stick. If aliens ever do show up, there is a decent chance they will not invade us. They will ignore us entirely, which frankly feels worse. Non-linear time that refuses to behave. Time travel stories usually offer tidy paradoxes and protagonists who somehow remain well-groomed despite temporal turbulence. Meanwhile, the more adventurous works treat time like glass dropped onto marble. Consider Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five, where the protagonist becomes unstuck in time. Or Ted Chiang's Story of Your Life, where time becomes a language rather than a sequence. These stories do not ask whether you can change the past. They ask whether you can even identify what the past is. By the end, you are never entirely sure if events are happening, have happened, or are auditioning for a future spot. Readers often describe these narratives as disorienting. That is the point. Time is supposed to feel stable. If it jiggles, you panic. Consciousness that does not stay put. Some fiction does not treat the mind as a personal possession. Instead, consciousness becomes transferable, duplicable, or annoyingly social. Greg Egan's Permutation City goes all in on this idea, creating digital minds that fork into separate versions, each convinced they are the original. William Gibson's cyberpunk worlds also lean toward minds behaving like software that refuses to respect personal boundaries. Imagine trying to explain to your therapist that multiple versions of you exist, and one of them refuses to answer group messages. These stories raise difficult questions about autonomy and identity. They also make you grateful that your mind currently stays inside your skull, even if it occasionally forgets what it walked into the kitchen for. Civilizations that have transitioned beyond matter. Some authors look at advanced civilizations and reject the usual shiny spaceships. Instead, they imagine societies that abandon biology altogether. Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood's End shows a species merging into a collective intelligence that has no need for physical presence. Ian M. Banks' Culture series hints at minds so advanced they treat matter as an optional accessory. Communication in these worlds becomes abstract. Motivation becomes inscrutable, and conflict turns into a disagreement between incompatible energy patterns. It is a long way from laser battles. It is more like a cosmic version of arguing over abstract art. Physics that refuses to remain consistent. In many stories, physics stays politely in the background. In others, it throws a tantrum. Liu Cixin's The Three-Body Problem includes a world where the laws of nature oscillate between stability and utter chaos. Other stories imagine regions of space where constants shift, forces fluctuate, or the universe develops mood swings. Characters cannot rely on the normal rules. Gravity might forget its job, entropy might take a sabbatical, and nobody gets a refund for the trip. These works succeed because they treat physics as an active participant in the story, a participant who is tired of everyone's nonsense. Humanity reinvented beyond recognition. Many books flirt with augmented humans. A few commit to reinventing the species entirely. Octavia Butler's Xenogenesis trilogy introduces human hybrid forms that challenge identity, autonomy, and the very idea of what it means to be human. Bruce Sterling's Schismatrix depicts factional branches of posthumanity that have diverged so far they barely recognize each other. These stories force you to confront uncomfortable questions. If humanity changes too much, does the word human still mean anything? And if not, does anyone get sentimental about it? Probably not. Narratives that break themselves. Some books take their central idea and embed it directly into the structure. Mark Z. Danielewski's House of Leaves rearranges its typography like a possessed spreadsheet. Italo Calvino's If on a Winter's Night, a traveler keeps starting new stories and refuses to finish any of them. These works challenge the assumption that stories should behave. They fracture perspective, play with chronology, or collapse layers of narrative entirely. They are perfect for readers who enjoy headaches, existential fear, and the creeping suspicions that the author is making fun of them. Conclusion. Science fiction still has vast territories filled with ideas that twist reality, redefine consciousness, and scramble your understanding of physics. These works reward curiosity and punish complacency. They also remind us that imagination remains the one frontier where humans can create wonders without immediately commercializing them and ruining the atmosphere. If you want fiction that genuinely expands your mind, do not stop at the bestsellers. Wander into the weird shelves. They are waiting for you, possibly vibrating ominously.